In this video, we dive into the terrifying and corrupted force of the Chaos Knights. These fallen warriors, once noble defenders of the Imperium, have turned their backs on everything they once swore to protect, now serving the dark gods of chaos in their endless quest for destruction. Originally, these colossal war machines were created during the Age of Technology, intended to be powerful Imperial knights that would fight alongside humanity's greatest armies. However, over the centuries, they have been twisted by chaos energies and dark sorcery, transforming into something far more sinister. Now, let's take a deeper look at the history and nature of these fearsome machines. The pilots of these massive suits, known as nobles, once bonded with their machines through the ritual of becoming, a sacred and powerful bond. However, over time, this bond has been corrupted by chaos, turning these war engines into terrifying entities of destruction. Now, Chaos Knights are no longer mere war machines. They are sentient, corrupted beings, driven by hatred and madness. Equipped with devastating weaponry, including massive Reaper chainswords and Thunderstrike gauntlets, Chaos Knights are capable of annihilating entire regiments, crushing armored columns, and swatting down aircraft. Even a single Chaos Knight brings immense terror to the battlefield, but when deployed in numbers, these twisted war machines can bring entire worlds to their knees, purging them in the name of the Dark Gods. Some Chaos Knights serve the Dark Mechanicum, while others have sworn allegiance to heretic Astartes legions or even forged their own dark empires. These renegade warriors, whether acting as Dreadblades or full Knight Houses, have one goal in mind: destruction. From the depths of chaos, the Chaos Knights march forward, bringing with them the power of the war and the terror of their unstoppable might. Each one is a living nightmare, a relic of humanity's past, turned into a weapon of unfathomable destruction. As we continue, let's take a deeper look at the dark and tragic history of the Chaos Knights. Their tale is one of betrayal, corruption, and damnation, a legacy that stretches back into the earliest days of humanity's expansion across the stars. Before the Emperor's rise, the first Knight Houses were founded by humanity's pioneers as they ventured into the unknown. These early colonists, traveling aboard generation ships, faced countless hardships, from hostile alien species to deadly planetary conditions. Despite these challenges, they endured, using advanced standard template construct technology to build their mighty Knight suits. These suits were initially designed as both tools of settlement and weapons of war, enabling the colonists to survive and protect their new homes. However, as humanity's reach spread across the galaxy, so too did the corruption of the warp. While many Knight worlds flourished in isolation, keeping to their traditions and resisting the changes of the outside galaxy, they were not immune to the dark forces lurking in the void. Over time, the Knights and their noble pilots, referred to as nobles, became the embodiment of duty and strength, enforcing order on their worlds. Yet, as the centuries wore on, the galaxy descended into chaos. The warp storms ravaged the stars, and the once strong connections between distant worlds were severed. It was during this period of isolation that the first Knights began to fall. The collapse of the Imperium during the Great Heresy saw Horus, the Emperor's greatest general, turn to chaos, taking many with him. Among these were the Knight Houses, once loyal, now corrupted by the Dark Gods. These Chaos Knights, once proud defenders of humanity, became twisted versions of their former selves. Their thrones Mechanicum, the sacred apparatus that once bonded them to their machines, was perverted by the powers of chaos. Knights that had fought for centuries against heresy began to embrace it, answering the call of the Dark Gods in the pursuit of destruction. Even now, the Chaos Knights continue to spread terror, driven by the relentless forces of the warp. Some have renounced their ancient oaths, turning against their fellow knights, while others have joined the ranks of the Dark Mechanicum, or heretic Astartes. The battle for the future of the galaxy rages on, with these fallen war engines leading the charge against the Imperium they once protected. The Chaos Knights are not just mindless machines, they are the tragic embodiment of the corruption that can consume even the noblest of souls. A warning to all that even the greatest might can fall prey to darkness. And as they march forward, the galaxy trembles beneath their weight, for wherever they go, death follows. Just as the Adeptus Astartes have their traitor counterparts, the Chaos Knights are the heretical mirror of the Imperial Knights. These are the mech warriors from the knightly houses who sided with the War Master Horus Lupercal during the Horus Heresy, and never looked back. Over the course of the following 10,000 years, many more knights would turn to chaos, further cementing their place as one of the most fearsome forces in the galaxy. While they pilot largely the same type of towering war machines as their loyalist counterparts and wield similar devastating weaponry, the Chaos Knights are distinguishable by their warp-touch details in their armor and equipment. Their once noble appearance has been replaced by sinister decorations such as skulls, chains, and screaming faces, replacing the once colorful flags and emblems. And instead of the Imperial Armiger-class knights, the Chaos Knights have their own version. Beast-faced war dogs, terrifying and vicious war machines. On the tabletop, Chaos Knights play in many ways like the Imperial Knights, but with a few key differences. They are less restrained, more aggressive, and embrace the ferocity of their Chaos patrons. Their unique mechanic, Harbingers of Dread, adds a terrifying advantage to the battlefield, as they sow fear in their enemies, granting bonuses that help the knights pick apart their foes as they succumb to battle shock. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts about the Chaos Knights in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on this incredible army.